Yo, Dom, baby girl, what's up? West side? Hey, man, everybody hang around? Come in. Oh, man, God damn. Sorry I'm a little late. I'm over here at the job site. Let me see. I'm trying to get this verification code for Ticketmaster. Anyway, I'm just going to get in because I don't want to be on long. I want to go ahead and shower up and get ready for work at 2. I think it's 2. I got to check it again. Damn, it ain't even come through, man. What the hell, bro? Unbelievable. This phone, Metro PCS, it's not even, I know it's the service, man. This is ridiculous. So anyway, what's cracking? As y'all see it, man, I'll do this later, man. I'm not gonna sit here playing with this thing if it don't wanna notify, if, this is just ridiculous, man. I didn't want to open it in, Chrome browser. It's supposed to come right through here. It's supposed to actually come right through this thing. It's unbelievable. Ticketmaster, right? And it's just the same thing over and over and over, man. I'll do it later. This is stupid. I go out and it wants to do it again. It's dumb. It's talking about authentication. It's just dumb as shit. Anyway, as y'all see there, I got this thing is, do you believe that time is real? You know why I have an issue? And all women are supposed to be really smart, right? Okay? Time is an illusion, you think? Time doesn't exist. It's the fourth dimension, third dimension, all that goofy stuff. Physicists, they ran a quantum experiments that suggest the present can influence the past. And we should know that. And if the present can influence the past, you can make it real when it wasn't real at all. That's the whole thing about changing history. We think about the George Orwellian fact and all that. You know what I'm saying? They put a 1 in there. Let me go over here and make sure everything is all right. Because, when you start talking about these things, the cowards who are sitting around looking all stupid. Hey, Tom, appreciate that, bro. You know what I mean? Why would it say go live when I'm already live? This is the weirdest damn shit I've ever seen in my existence, boy. These people are a trip. Anyway, I don't waste my time mentioning them idiots. I guess people are real busy because it's a Monday, right? Go figure. God damn it, man. They always doing this goofy shit. Anyway, I appreciate the likes and everything. They're removing comments. Don't even say it, bro. Don't give it energy, man. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Let them do what they need to do. It's all good. Let me get right to it. So like I said, I got to go ahead. I was going to work out today. I feel a lot better, but I'm still getting up some of that flaming cold, and I don't want to be too loud. So time to me doesn't exist. Why do I say that? We have women, right? And the funny thing about women is they don't even pay attention to this. I told y'all long before anybody was saying anything. 13 months, 28 days times 28 days times what? 13. What does it equal? 360 what? And some people, though I've read a lot of stuff and I've informed people of a lot of stuff, they have a hard time accepting the reality that everything has been manipulated and changed to keep you further away from your truth, to keep you from accessing the reality and what you're capable of. And the fact of how we fell doesn't have anything to do with what people think. We fell because we were just too decent, too moral, too righteous. I'm not saying too righteous is in a way to formulate some ideology that there's something wrong with being by the narrative of what they say righteous is. I don't believe in that word. I don't even use that word, yet I utilize it to communicate with you guys. A woman, when you have your menstrual cycle, how many days does it last? And why is it when you don't really pay attention and you do the math on a cycle that's based on the number 13? And how many days? It's for 13 months. It ain't for no 12 months when it happens and everything else. If you start removing all the little fake days they created and the mismatch of times to have you looking at Saturn and everything else. I mean, when made that song, I'm going to show you this, okay? I'm going to show you this. People thought it was a fun song. I listened to it because, like I said, I'm not the bad guy, but I'm not the good guy. And you can take it however you want. Okay? When you look at the song, right, that was by Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun, won't you come and wash away the... First of all, in my eyes, indisposed as disguise, no one knows, hides the face, lies in the snake. Listen to this. I need you to understand. Because see, well, they had you worship on Saturn, which is the black hole sun, and not the sun. Okay? That's why they gave you a fake Jesus. That has nothing to do with Emmanuel, Yeshua, whatever. And want you to look outside contextually once they got rid of him, which he was fine with what because he knew it wasn't about the masses. In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows, hides the face, lies the snake, and the sun in my disgrace. Boiling heat, summer stench, neath the black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Stuttering, cold, and damp. Still the warm wind. Check it out, tired friend. Times are gone for honest men. Sometimes far too long for snakes. In my shoes, walking sleep. In my youth, I pray to keep heaven send hell away. No one sings like you anymore. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Background, black hole sun, right? Hang my head, drown my fear, till you all just disappear. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Nobody really pays attention to the words. All right? If they want to hide that, then they have to have you conflicted and confused. And that's what they've done. They gave you your religion, that they've tampered with our old ways. They have mitigated a form of where they attack us about culture when we are the culture around the fucking world. So when you think time, okay? Let me see. Because I'm going to do this dance. Okay, we're good. All right, good. I'm going to do this dance. The motherfuckers want to tap dance. They want to see what's big mistake. But anyway, right? People don't want to see it for what it is. And the women have been telling you all the time, but none of you have been taking your time to pay attention. You know what? She's pregnant. Baby's coming. All right, damn. It's that time of the month, and I want to do something. And you know you shouldn't. Or it's defining. But many of you do it. You get yourself messy. It's wrong. It is important because that is sacred of the woman. And there are people running around the goddess. The woman, listen people, woman is the strength, whether you like it or not. And in order to have the foundation broken, you've got to take the strength away from the power that feeds it. And that power cannot protect the strength. So now you can manipulate them. If you want to believe in time, then use a fool. But hey, it's to each his own. It's your choice. Because only thing that exists is right now. Your presence in the present moment. It don't matter how, it's not about fake ass seconds. What's in between a second and what's in between that and what's in between that? What's after that and what's after that, and does it really matter if you're not going to be here for that? Or are you here and you just don't know it because you have been so placated and displaced in the ideology and the narrative of a fool who have been allowed to do what they do? Last night I had one of these little goofy, overly trained monkeys come by me like, I'm not going to sit there talking about I can smell you. You just couldn't wait to come and look there like you something. Looking like a fucking idiot. And then another And I just sit there and I just look at them like, y'all are that fucking dumb, huh? It was just fun. Time. They need you to be complicit in what they do. And they told you. They tell you a lot of times before they do it. Because that's the only way they could do it in the first place. They can't go and say, look, we did this back then when they may have not. Placebo effect's a real thing because you don't want to accept the reality that vibration-wise, to hum like a bee, to change the whole thing. I allow myself to go through whatever pain it is, stupidity once I have to. And you don't. In regards to that, your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because it won't even be remembered. None of it. You'll remember. You'll know. When you're sitting there, well, you can't even say why. It just be happening. Whatever it may be, beyond the scope of that you've conceptualized and you conceive in your false thoughts. It's beyond the scope of your understanding, beyond any of theirs too. The hybrids, them, that, those, whatever. What brought you here, created whatever you think, facilitate however you choose. Even they're lost. I know you just want to accept everything as it is. You got to destroy and all that good stuff. Well, we'll see. Keep it up. You know what's even funnier? And I don't mean it in a jokingly like way. I mean in a hypocritical kind of way. That with all that calculation and all those weapons and the this, that, the F-35, the J-32, the Russian version of the Zionists sold them no, they traded those secrets. They both made their stealth fighters. You know why? One sounds quiet and the other one screams. Because, see, the Russians, they want you to know they're there. So that way it's easy to shoot them out the sky. And us, we want to be quiet because it's peekaboo. Ain't really no great white this, that, and the other. It's just being warlike and continue to keep the war going, the fancy of death, and who can invade and who can be better at whatever they do when it comes to the chaotic ideology and narratives painted, just like the idiots who make comments and don't even know what the fuck they're doing, even if it's the algorithm or that thing that thinks it exists, even though it doesn't exist because y'all keep formulating the functions to creating what it is. You have no idea, do you? It's like the monkeys censoring or what they think they're censoring. They think they're in control. Whatever that means. So time, what do you think time is? First of all, do you think it's even a truth in a word? Do you think that it is real? Do you think that maybe it was conscripted to push something out there that's real and then have you turn away from it? Just like a God, for ye are gods, and you forget the principles and simple of your understanding to stand under self and know self? Or do you still seek that which is outside that you don't have to seek because if it's that important and that powerful, it doesn't need you to seek it? Why is everything so complementary that which is ordained for natural order doesn't need you to worship by the definition? Do y'all know what worship is? Worship? But you continue to do it because everything about your existence is infeasible. You can't sit there and accept what may be something else, a pondage of something. Oh no, you just like everything that they give you. And then you wonder why you are the way you are. 13 months, 28 days. Do the fucking math. Okay? Stop worshiping the Son, the Father, and the fake-ass Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost. Whose ghost and why is it got to be holy? If it is set on the foundation of natural order, sustained by everything that has nothing to do with the consummation of flesh, when fruits, vegetables, and everything else was more than enough for us to live day in and day out without consuming 3-4 grandiose meals to put protein and everything else in our body based on minerals, not minerals, but the manipulation of minerals. What do they call it? The negative subjugation of minerals. As I said, why would you have to poison the water, toxic, make the land toxic, perverse the people's mindsets, convince the youth who are in their ego ignorant to anything an elder they have to say when you look at what was done recently, when some of them rightfully should be upset. What is your excuse? Because you have a bunch of weak, morbid motherfuckers running around, antagonizing little babies and consuming them, and then shooting and hunting those who are incapable on certain islands because you motherfuckers don't get it, because you haven't been picked. It would never be known if you disappeared anyway. It was always meant for this stuff to come out. It's not like anyone didn't notice or didn't know. You're a witness to everything, and yet you still repudiate and refuse this because it doesn't happen to you. That shows you how disconnected you are, because whatever happens to anyone is happening to you. You just don't know yet because you don't walk in the light of truth or anything that is responsible in this illusion that you just love to embrace. Some ignorant motherfuckers out there going, I've been trained how to kill hundreds of people you know nothing about, without a thought and compassion. Shoot you and see how you feel. For the moment, is that the only answer you have to being so special? That's for them. Balance, like I said, it's going to happen no matter what. They're not going to slow it down. They're not going to create the temple. Balance is outside their illusion. Balance is something that's always there. And it's always going to have its big ass head reared up their stupid ass. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they are this or that. Y'all don't get it. It is fun to watch y'all in chaos. It's fun to watch those of us explain things that y'all don't remember because they permitted or allowed it, so they think. Y'all have no idea. Now I walk alone in these lonely streets because I enjoy it. It's easy for me to fall back into manipulation and having women and this, that, and play the game and sire everybody with their foolishness and fuckery. It's easy. Now the idiots could have made it simple and just gave. I'd have fucking just disappeared. But I tell you, stupidity is as stupid does. You think that you don't play a role in it? No part in it? When intimidators feel intimidated so they have to think they can intimidate, is a whole new brandishing ideology of stupidity. To poison and toxify. To see how far they can run before the pain cripples the promise of what they're capable of. What kind of dumb shit when it's all going to happen regardless? I'm just saying. And baby girl, what's up, mama? Ain't no way you can convince me. Oh, so we got another. I don't like disrespecting the homosexual community, though I don't care about them. So we got another homosexual run up in here, a homo thug. They on the Mexicans now. I know, G-Bell. What's up, Dev? They shouldn't be on nobody. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be on nobody because they're the immigrants in the problem. And some of y'all just haven't seen that yet. But hey, to each their own. Ain't nothing I can do about it. And the fact that they think because I'm not a citizen, I know I'm not a fucking citizen. They got these little monkeys running around. They've ramped up and conditioned and done some other things. And they've got them convinced. It's a win-win. Who do you think is capable of doing that besides their master? whatever their masters or masters may be. I'm just asking. I don't know. I don't care. I really, really don't care. You know? You know what they do? The funny thing about what they do, I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to fucking trying to make noise and idiots sitting there looking like they fucking retarded. And I'm like, if you don't get your goofy ass before I bite your foot. Anyway, right? There's a lot of things people don't know about and they think they really know. I'm always entertained by young minds that are elusive and they think, being in college, because I was in college many times, and I just sit there and I watch these minds until they realize, oh, they ain't really all that intelligent. It's not being demeaning. It's not marking them, saying that the disparity of the young mind and the illustrated factors of illusion and the delusion at which they consummate a relationship with, but not because that's what they choose, because that's what's been laid, jive talk, been laid upon them. We didn't just create the language you speak today, right? We created the Tut language, the Pig Latin, and everything else. All right? Whether you like it or not. I had a couple of natives get upset with me because I said, we built your reservations. They was like, what? We went in boarding schools 8 years before you motherfuckers because they had to learn more about us and we were so freely willing to give it away. And we're talking about over 100 fucking years before you became the Native Americans. You ain't got to like what I say. I don't really give a fuck. All right? Hey, what's going on, beloved? And some of my so-called African brothers are starting to realize Ifri. Oh, they haven't heard that in a long time. Nelson Mandela sold you under a bus. Ifri means cave dwellers. So you mean to tell me all those niggas in Africa are cave dwellers? It's funny. Agog Magog, like everything else, was taught up until a relevant time, and then all that's dismissed. But you have people who have been subjugated. Most of our people have been taken over there, and they too stupid to run around and realize it because we didn't betray them. The whole system. And they have a hard time when everybody wants to go, the Asians come from the Chosan people. No, they do not. Kind of. They try to eradicate them and kill them off as well. So maybe there's some reality there. Manipulation of DNA and strands to make certain things from hairy individuals. When I say hairy, I mean full-on hairy. And then they would task them to kill off the original as if it was supposed to be something. Like they still got y'all running around thinking we're 13% of the population. If that ain't the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my existence. And yet you still got your worthless, sellout, punk, weak, black leaders and big church, the ones that manipulated and betrayed you from foundation up and kept the lie going because they got to live good, don't make the dollar, don't let the dollar make you, but make the dollar. Well, we see what's happened. Someone had a problem with me talking about the fact that, all them gangster homos in New York going down to L.A. and mixing between, going down to Atlanta and mixing between L.A. and back and forth and all that. Come on, man. That's a reality. And that was the first thing they had to jump on. You know who? Them. You know what I'm saying? Them orange juices. They had to jump on it. They wait. That's energy. Bad frequencies. Everything unrighteous. The right way. All right? Not saying going to the left is the wrong, but righteous. Right. Just us, right? Us going right, keeping it. Doesn't literally mean right. It means the narrow, staying on the easy trail instead of the wide one. Now you didn't figure that out yet. Oh, that's right. The manipulation of our language, the further subjugation. How many of y'all speak all the different creoles and patois? Oh, you don't. Well, sometimes you're saying and you don't even freaking know it. My voice is very deep, so I speak low. And some people go, huh? I'm like, well, you fucking deaf? How old are you? 25? You can't hear what I'm saying? Though I know it vibrates and hits you on the neck, because that's what's actually you're hearing. The same thing in the cochlea and everything in your ears. When I say something, that's where it hits. It hits up in here, all your orifices, and that's how you're able to hear something. You can feel it. So some people are intimidated when I say so. Hey, how's it going? You know, because the system make you think that's some kind of angry black guy. I ain't black, motherfucker. Actually know who I am. It's a bigger difference than dumb motherfuckers still running around FBA and all that other dumb shit, pushing stuff based on the design that's pushed by the enemy and people subjugating and put out there and support because it's. I ain't got no problem with that. Dummies. I'm always around. I meet some really intelligent individuals. I love, I enjoy being around people who have taken a struggle and utilized their inheritance. That means the DNA, the physical structure of those things that they've been able to utilize that have rubbed off on them, be able to hold themselves in the hood, carry on ghetto fantabulous. I hate the word ghetto. Y'all know where that comes from. But able to come up out of that and be more. I look at this young manager here, my boy D. I love who he is, who he's becoming, the fact that he stands on that foundation. I look at some of the younger ones. I don't like to mix work with business but this is important because I study people. Sociology is my major. That's what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I watch each one of them. I watch what they think is important, what they think they're in control of, and the fact that some of them don't have a clue. They're not in control of shit because they're worried about things that don't worry. They don't even worry for themselves. They think that there's a lot of individuals around the world, and y'all see it too. They think that they have this contrite obligation to offer themselves of something. They don't know that they're sacrificed, but offer themselves as if they're right when they're walking. They haven't even lived yet. They have not lived yet. They don't know shit. And I'm always around that. And you know what I got to do? I got to stand there and be like, it's funny when you want to watch people match a history and they ain't done shit you've done. They haven't accomplished shit. They don't know the first thing about nothing. And their world is designed around a dollar, the efficacy of their ideology of sexuality, which is broken, a misjustice. And you got to sit there and watch. And every once in a while I'll say something. Sometimes I have to be very direct. I don't really give a fuck. I'll be like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks because nobody's really thinking. Well, what I've come to realize and learn, whether they like it or not. You see what I'm saying? You know how many times I go behind and clean shit and I'm looking at shit like, and I go and watch for myself and I go, I don't do nothing. I just sit there going, well, I'm not supervisor. I'm not the manager. I'm not the doc foreman. I'm not none of that. Nothing. I don't want to be none of that. Unless the opportunity comes and it's with other responsibility, because I'm the type, remember that mayor that talk his shit? I think he passed away, the brother. I'm that motherfucker. I'll call you and be like, you racist son of a bitch. I'll call you everything you are based on how you deliver, whether it comes over subtle or outright. And if I think you're real stupid and you're starting to rub me the wrong way, I'll say, hey, let me talk you outside. Let me clock out on lunch. Can you clock out with lunch with me? I need to talk to you. And I'm that kind of guy. Or wait till I meet you off duty or whatever, or see you somewhere and be like, hey, look, I'm not this bothered, but I want to correct this fallacy that's going on in your little broken ass, unintuitive fucking mind state. If you look at me wrong again, and you do it disproportionately based on the fact that you don't understand where the fuck I'm coming from, don't be disrespectful, because I'll just invite you and put you in the ring. And every time you see me after that, it'll be utter fear, because I will beat you the brakes off your fucking ass. No matter, I don't care, you freestyle wrestle, if you did this and you did that, it don't mean a damn thing. It ain't like I haven't been in the circle of all that infusion. See, this is where people make this climatic mistake. They always want to compare without rational realization, based on subjugation, and a twisted format of ideology. Why do you think they teach motherfuckers how to shoot so well? Because hand to hand ain't always the grandest thing. That is for very few. That's why they need people weak, eating synthetic and processed shit. Sometimes you can override that, even in the throes of pains and things. You get where I'm coming from? Good. Hold on, let me sometimes people have to find out. My apologies. Okay? Oh, I did put it there. Okay, I did. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I'm not saying that in a demeanor or way of being threatening or something. I'm just pointing out something that's based on a reality. You dig what I'm saying? People have a hard time with it because everybody wants to be smarter than the next instead of everybody coming together and working together to accomplish what needs to be accomplished. Like, we're working. I do my best to keep everything as clean as possible, even when my back's aching, my knees a little fucking sore, and I gotta walk a little weird way. I'm like, is anybody paying attention? Of course not. I am attentive to it because it's mine. That means a knowing self. When everybody else is attempting to act like they know everybody around them, they don't know shit. I only base people based on the structure of what I've seen probably 1,000 times, and I call a spade a spade. Now, let's say I'm wrong. Let's say it's medical condition. Let's say it's a subtle tick compared to a major tick. Let's say that their infusion is based on holding on to the ideology that was given to them from their uppers, right? When it has nothing to do with reality, but that's their reality. Sometimes you got to look at these things, right? That's what a that's what a righteous individual does, and you don't have to make it personal. But then there are sometimes when people cross the line, and you got to bring them back. Do I believe in whipping children? Hell no. The kind of weak shit is that? That is a trait picked up with the ideology of slave master and all that other dumb infusion shit that has nothing to do with reality but subjugation. That is deplorable. I remember I had to tell Vicky, don't hit James. The fuck it? Man, motherfucker wanted but a year and a half wanting to smack his ass. What the fuck? No. Communication. It's energy. But when you live in a lie and you think that everybody don't know it, so everything's smile because the moment's good until it's not, that shows the weakness and the broken ideology behind it. And that's the ideology people hold on to. That's why you have racists. That's how you have cheaters and everything else. Or people sit there because the way you come across to talk about, they feel some kind of way, which I don't give a fuck. Obviously, they don't give a fuck, so why do you feel a certain way if you don't give a fuck? See, this is where people get complacent. Okay? Their little world is so fucking insignificant and so tiny, it's such a fraud that it's hard sometimes to change direction. Everything, if your answer to the world is Hollywood and social studies, are you, because you think your background's solid? You know how many people, you're a fucking fool. You know how many people I met talking about their great grandma was an orphan? I'm sitting there going, bullshit. First, you got to prove to me she wasn't. And the first thing they come up with a foreign history. And the funny thing about it, it's easy to research. I got brothers and sisters talking about, well, where's our history at? Why don't you go to the motherfuckers that call themselves 7-day Adventists, whatever the fuck they call themselves, who are actually Mormons in the beginning. They had all the motherfucking information of who you are. That's why they killed the brother that created it, the young Bellskin that created it. Y'all just don't get it yet, do you? What is the purpose of being evenly yoked if you don't seek that all you want to do is yoke people up? Evenly yoked means it's a balance, people. How you going to put it on a caribou or on a motherfucking steer and pull something that's going to go in that direction? It's like having switch call on your horse and your bridle, right? And you're pulling this way and that way for the horse to turn right and left if it's broken in. You people are using your feet or squeezing with your legs if you're bareback. Y'all have no fucking clue, do you? You really don't know, do you? Even the yoke, when you're telling the soul, you don't want to fuck up the line. You want it to be true, right? You don't want to raise the shit. You want to elevate it. There is no such thing as time. Leave your mind. And to each his own. Kingdom Dre, it's good to see you here, fam. That's the brother's music I be sharing. Oh, he has a YouTube channel too, y'all. Y'all need to check him out, man. Brother got some good music. I hope he puts some more on there. Let me pull it up right quick. So this is let me see. What is he doing with 7 subscribers, huh? Didn't I tell y'all, if I share something with you, you think I'm gonna share some garbage with you? Are y'all that impractical? This is our brother Kingdom Dre, alright? Go to his channel, subscribe, and listen to some of his music. Man, he's got copyright stuff that he's got to work out. But he got some good stuff that he's been uploading. Everything is a banger. Let me see. Let me see. I can't play it for long.
What do you want from me? Just a little bit more. How much more do you want from me? Just a little bit more. If I have already given you everything, what more can I give? I have nothing extra, not one more thing. Why can't we just live?
Okay. Yeah. Banger, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say no. He got some good stuff, alright? Kind of Man Weep, that was my shit right there. Me and Jake, boy, we be hitting that.
This ain't be strong. Chin up. Don't bend. But I can't feel with my breaking hands. I was taught to man up. Obey your tears. Be tough, hard face, bury your fears. Taught that leaders don't ever confess. Pain or the weight of stress on his chest.
I can't play it all because you know what I'm saying? They got a plenty out and I be jamming. Anyway, I gotta get off of here. You bleed time to make it work for you. All right, so be it. I ain't here to tell you what to believe, what to know, or anything. I'm just pointing out things. I know one thing. When I said I was standing looking at all these faces, that's not a game. Is it just a dream? Did somebody put it there? I don't have a fucking clue. I just know that after seeing it so many times, I've accepted it. Seeing different lives, different parallels, me and Snoo running out when the destruction happened, all that shit, that's my world, that's mine. It is not meant for everybody. Because I remember things, me and my brother on the bed, on Willowdale, them things walking through the alleyway, bright light, tall as shit, going in the back and disappearing into something that looked like a vagina, walking into it and looking at us and just going like it's going. I don't know what it was. I know that he covered up. I know I ducked under the blanket and peeked up at the side of the window. It was had the room bright, and then I remember my mother coming in the room hour after them motherfuckers passed by. This is about 3 or 4 in the morning. That had to be sitting on me with my face down in the pillow, sitting on my back, beating the shit out of my lower legs and my ass. Being over in Italy and watching that motherfucker eyes closed this way and that way. You think, and somebody from Chicago was there with me? Nigga took off and just left me there? You think that's made up? We weren't even drunk. We was ordering some Mediterranean pizza the way it's supposed to be made in a bottle of wine. We done paid for it. We ain't even stay. I had to go speed walk my ass behind him hoping this thing ain't do whatever it was. Huh? You think that's a game? A joke? It was meant for me, right? There are plenty of other things I got to see. Edinburgh, Scotland wasn't a joke. 90, 80, 75-year-old Masonic motherfuckers. Had a little thing, I don't even know what the fuck it was, a bar on the water with a mountain on that side. Like, y'all have no idea, bro, the shit that I've got to see. And you think this is a game. Like, I want to play a fucking game. I share it with you because, first of all, I'm not a slave to shit. By the definition of what a slave is, I don't care about those who are. So what? Enjoy it. Be what you are. All right? I ain't a whistleblower. What the fuck I'm blow a whistle about? I just don't like stupidity. I didn't care about stupidity before I accepted who I was. And then I realized everything was pretty fucking stupid. And it became stupid in a bad way. A lot of things I'll never talk about or mention, because the fuck for? I'm not sitting here. I don't need 1,000,000 followers and all that goofy shit. There ain't nothing to get from me. Except for the story I got to tell, that's about it. You dig what I'm saying? That's it. And what you do with that story when I tell it? Anyway, it'll be whatever the fuck it's gonna be. I've learned how to tolerate a lot of things. I'm not thin-skinned. I don't really give a fuck about what a motherfucker thinking. Their perplexity, whatever it may be, how in control they think they are, which is bullshit and another illusion. We either work together as a family. Fuck the team shit. Tribe up. Everything else is just bullshit. Spit in the fucking wind with you downwind. And that's what the fuck it is. Anyway, appreciate y'all. If you want to believe time is real, so be it. Okay? And I appreciate y'all. I told the motherfuckers already, stay their lane. Don't come around me. Shit don't rub off. They ain't gonna get nothing. I don't give a fuck what they think, and they've consummated a relationship on their side of the ideology and everything else, and how stupid they made everybody that's under them. I don't care. Okay? So when it gets to the mountain, watch it all unfold. It's gonna be a hell of a fucking ride. Anyway, y'all have a grand day. I gotta get myself situated, grab my clothes. I was gonna work out. I got time to actually get a little arm or back in. And I'll see y'all maybe later. All right? Y'all have a grand day.